Hello, my name's Lizzie. I'm Anglican. In 2.5 weeks' time, I'm going to be moving into a convent, ready to become a postulant. The day has arrived that we've been planning for a few months now. It's the day when my furniture starts to go. Basically, a lot of dramatic things are going to happen very quickly over the next 3 or 4 days because all my furniture's coming out of my flat and I'm leaving my flat and handing my keys in to the landlord. So just to kind of remind you, as I've said in other videos, that when you're a postulant, you're encouraged to put things into storage. You don't have to get rid of things at all. But I don't really have the means to put that much into storage. So I've spent a lot of time working out what's going to go to my parents' loft, and I'm giving away quite a lot of my stuff either to the charity shop around the corner from me, Sue Ryder, or a lot of it is going to Open Hands, which is an outreach project linked to one of the local churches, Trinity Life Church, and they help people with contents for their home or their flat, either who are asylum seekers or when I used to work at YMCA, I used to refer people to them who were coming out of a hostel and going into a flat, like a council flat, for the first time and needed help getting stuff for that. Or it might be people coming straight out of prison. Anyone that needs help with kitting out their home, Open Hands helps them with all of that kind of stuff. So a lot of my stuff I'm sending to Open Hands, and some things are going to a charity shop, and then a few things I will keep in my parents' loft. So here is a quick whiz round what I'm planning over the next few days and what's all about to happen over the next few days. It's basically an operation that I've nicknamed, maybe because I've spent so many times in police briefings where they have like names for their operations, so I've nicknamed this Operation Wheatgrain.
I will hold your people in my heart.
It's basically very specific things happening on different days. So today is Thursday, and I won't talk about everything on here, but basically anything that's in capital letters are things that I'm giving away, and then things with little blobs next to them are things that are going to my parents' loft. And since my parents are coming to help both on the Thursday and the Friday and the Monday, I've tried to stagger the things going to them in a helpful order as well, so that it kind of all fits in the car and it's all manageable for them as well. And I've tried to stagger kind of what's going to the charity shop on whatever days most make sense. So yeah, this is me trying to be very organised. The main things that are happening are that today might just like my bookcases and my wardrobe are going, they're the main things. Tomorrow, Friday, is the day when most of my furniture goes, like my bed and my sofa and really quite big things. And then my parents are going to bring my granddad's wartime camp bed for me to camp on over the weekend, and I'll still have a fridge and an oven for food, so I'll find ways of making some kind of food. And then Monday is the day that I actually vacate my flat and move in with my parents. So that's the overview. I'm also trying to kind of get everything into labelled bags while I'm in my flat, because I've got a lot more space here, and the minute I get to my parents' house it's going to feel like I've got a lot of stuff and it's going to get very cramped in terms of trying to sort things out. So I've bought these bags from the market and some labels just so I can make sure that my parents know exactly what's in each bag and what's going on with what. So these are things like books, like these are the few books I wanted to take to the local convent and things. So these are just like books that I'm still returning to people. I've got a kind of, what have I called this, Lizzie Stammer. I've got a bag on, I don't want to go like into the depths of the loft, but this is things like, I've kept my swimming costume just so if I wanted to go on, say I don't know, went on a holiday with family in the future and we decided to go swimming, it'd be helpful if I just had that on hand somewhere kept. And I've got just like a dark fleece and a dark coat, and so if I do go on to become a novice, since I already own those anyway, and you'd want to just wear like a plain dark coat or fleece with a habit, then I've kept those so that maybe if I went on to become a novice, my parents could just bring those around to the convent at that stage, rather than me taking them in like prematurely, or I don't want to take like too much stuff with me. in a fortnight's time, so they're just like on standby with easy access. And I've labelled, this is like the box of books for my parents' loft, and then I've labelled this. I've got this hamper. I used to use this as a coffee table, but this is just like the stuff that's kind of going into the depths of the attic, just like, what do you call it, like memorabilia. So it's kind of what this is. I mentioned that I did a play in Africa with the children of Jesus' life. That's like the Last Supper. I don't think these kids will mind. They're probably like all in their mid-20s, late 20s now, these kids. I made like paper mache Roman soldier helmets with foil. I made a life-size cross, and I made a crown of thorns for Jesus. And somewhere there should be a photo of all of us. That's me with one of the guys. That's some of the kids. Oh, here we are. That's all. That's like me in the middle. Lazarus, Satan, disciples, Roman soldiers. That one's Jesus. So yeah, that's the kinds of things that it'd be nice, obviously, like to keep for as long as I can, even if it's just in the depths of my parents' loft. So I've got just under 2 hours before my furniture starts to go. So it's the bookcases that are going in my wardrobe today. So I need to empty these shelves and get the shelves out and get ready to kind of collapse my canvas wardrobe that you've probably seen lots of times. I need to get all of these clothes out and get collapse this wardrobe with an Allen key. Yeah, so better crack on, as they say.